Hello, hello, and thank you for tuning into The Jamie Show. My name is Jamie Novak, and there are new episodes of this show every Wednesday. Don't forget to comment and hit subscribe. Today, we're talking about labeling things. And if you're wondering, why is she holding a bread clip from a bag of bread or potatoes or English muffins in her hand? And that's because I think it makes a great labeling device. I'm not even kidding you. With a permanent marker, you can label this little plastic tab, the one that has like the expiration date and the price on it, and then it easily clips over all the different cords in your life. So if you're like, how do I label the cord so I know that this is the cord for my charging cable, or this is the cord for my cell phone, or this is the cord for whatever, you can label it right here, and then it slips right over the cord. If you don't love this look, of course you can get cord labelers. They come in a kit. You could use a piece of paper and tape it on. There's different ways of labeling things. You could also, if you have any of that, they call it washi tape. It's the rolls of tape that's all the decorative, beautiful styles of tape. You could just take a little length and wrap it, and that way you know the one that's the polka dot goes to this phone, and the one that's the stripe goes to this device. Anything you can label. So today, your mission is to label anything that stands still long enough. So whether you have a fancy label maker, you want a labeling machine, you want to use address labels that you have in your like home office collection of supplies, you want to use plastic tabs, anything that you want to use to label, we're going to start labeling things. So of course, cords come to mind because at a glance, it's very hard to know which cord goes to what. But cords are not the only thing you can label. I would highly suggest that you label bins and boxes. I know you think you're going to remember what's in them, but when they've been stored away for a while, or you're trying to go get something, or someone else is trying to go get something, or you're trying to put things away, you don't know what's where. So boxes, label them on all sides, including the top, because sometimes you're just peeking over and looking down and you're like, I don't know what box that is. So labeling boxes is a great thing to do. It just takes a moment. It's one of those things that you're like, I spend hours lifting up lids and sorting through boxes when it would take me seconds to label them. Right? And then you're like, why didn't I do this sooner? And of course, I love labeling edges of shelves. So if it makes sense to label the edges of the shelves in the pantry or in a crafting area or in the laundry room or the laundry closet or the linen closet. So these are the king size sheets. These are the queen size sheets. These are the canned vegetables. This is where the pasta goes. So again, anyone in the house can put things away and find them. You know where things are. You know what's missing. And what's really interesting is I think there's a little psychology behind the point, and I'm not a psychologist, I'm not trained in this, but I am going to say I know that I am a rule follower, and if that label says that this is where the canned peas go, then I'm not going to put something else there. And so if you know yourself or someone in the family to be a rule follower, labels can be a great way to get people to put things back where they belong. Maybe. We can try. We're just trying our best. So labeling edges of shelves, labeling containers, labeling cords, and labeling the back of a door to let you know what's on each shelf or the edge of a drawer. So as you pull open a drawer, there's usually a little lip there, and it can be a great place to pop on a label, kind of unexpected, but it works beautifully. So when you open the drawer just a little, you know, am I in the right drawer? Am I in the drawer to find the googly eyes and the sparkles and the glitter if it's a craft room? Am I in the right drawer if it's a workbench? And photos can be a great thing to put on the inside of a cabinet door. So you take a picture of what's on the shelf, and then in the, right level with the cabinet door when you open, level to the shelf, this is what's on this shelf versus this is what's on this shelf. Now, I know that only works if people don't move things around, but if it's your stuff in a set place, it can be really easy. Open the door, that's the picture, that's what I'm looking for, that's the shelf. Great in supply closets and excellent in a work environment as well. So you know where the extra pens are, where the extra staples are, all that sort of a thing. So I hope that you're planning to label something today. I can't wait to see what you end up labeling. And so if you'd like to share a picture of it, please do. If you'd like to make a comment and let me know what you're going to label or what you've labeled that you love that you've labeled it, because now it just makes life so much easier. Do you want to know the one thing my mom always labeled in our house growing up? Do you want to guess? My mom always labeled her scissors. So I think 4 girls in the house that loved crafting and sewing and that sort of a thing, we were probably always taking her scissors. And she had scissors that were specific to cutting fabric that I know if it's dull, it doesn't cut nearly as well. So my mom would label all the scissors. Sometimes she would put a piece of tape on the label, and then she would actually write on the blade as well, using her marker. And so she would know which scissors were missing and where they ended up in another room. Well, that same thing happened to my sister. She has 5 little ones that would take scissors all over the house, and she would always be missing scissors. As many scissors as she bought, they would always be missing. So for Mother's Day, I bought her a pack of 35 scissors. So our thought is that even if everyone takes scissors, right, there's still got to be at least one that she can hopefully find. And so far, it's been working. So when we talk about keeping and tossing, and you're like, oh, should we have excess or extras or duplicates of things? Sometimes the answer is just yes. The scissors don't take up a lot of space. And even though they're clearly labeled, now she can hopefully always find them. So my mom always labeled scissors, and maybe you will too. I can't wait to hear what you label. Don't forget to hit subscribe, make a comment, let me know what you are going to label today. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next Wednesday.